have had these two Einhell vacuum cleaners for literally many years now. I paid, I think, £15 for the pair from Facebook, and I picked them up in my Peugeot 406 estate, and blimey, I'm 3 cars along from that now, and they just sat in the shed because, quite frankly, we just have more fun things to look at, I guess. But the other day, a good friend of mine from the Autoshite forum accidentally bought 8 old Vauxhalls and had them taken to his field, and we're going there in a couple of weeks to have a look at them. And he said, "Oh, Becco, can you bring anything that, you know, we could wang onto a generator and clean them out?" And I initially thought of bringing the pneumatic NBV, but these cars are apparently full of mice, full of rust, full of who knows what. So I thought, why don't we get these out and see if we can get at least one working, because then I can take it and it's disposable. If the windings burn out because they're being run on a generator, I don't care. If they end up picking loads of dead mice and mice poo up, I don't care. They can be disposable. So these have been in the very back of the shed for a couple of years now. The Victor V9 is reluctantly sat here ready to catch anything that might crawl out of them as we have a look, see what we've got and see what we can get out of them. Let's go. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Yes, we have 2 Einhells. They are TC-VC1812's, and they are cheap. Cheapy cheap here in the UK. I think you could pick them up for about £45–50 from various DIY stores. On the face of it, they look pretty cool. We'll have a look at a box, although I need to be careful that no massive arachnids or mice crawl out of it. Yeah, Einhell Classic. A very little tub vac indeed. I don't know what tools we have. It's a 35mm small interface, accessory bracket, cable bracket, and it's mobile. Yeah, and look, there is a chap cleaning out a Skoda. Very nice. These will be cleaning out old Vauxhalls. Yes, 2 of them. Guy said they didn't work when I bought them, so hopefully we can get at least one working. Plus, again, I've stored them for at least 3 years since then. So I think they're going to crack straight on with getting them out the box, because this is where stuff's going to come flying out of it. And yeah, Victor is ready. So yeah, we'll get them out and check that they're not, you know, that there's nothing living in them. And then we'll go from there. So, here, the boxes probably are going to survive, sadly. Here is the first one. Here, oh, there's been stuff living in there, alright. The first one, they're quite small, really. We have ourselves a crevice tool. And then that's it. In the box there is just puddle of mousewee and I think a dead spider shell. So yeah, this is why I want to get them all out and looked at first, so I can get rid of all of that. I don't even want to keep the boxes for anything else. Very small, tiny cable. Blimey, that is what I say. These are cheap. Cheapy, cheap, cheap, cheap. Oh, it has a little chain on it, look. How nice. So yeah, here's the first one. Let's open it up and, oh, blimey. Find that it is full of plaster dust. How lovely. But hey, nothing's crawled out of it by straight away, so I think this one is safe, in as much as we can pop the lid back on, and I'll empty it in a bit before, because obviously as much as I'm trying to brick the Victor's bag up, filling it full of plaster dust isn't the way to go. I would consider that cheating. So yeah, we'll tip the worst of that out. So there is one. And yeah, all we have there is it's a brand new crevice tool. I will give it that. Here is the second one, and yeah, I have been in these before, and this one has some more of its stuff. Here we have an hose, little tiny plastic hose. Let's see what's in the bottom of this box. Ooh, more mice detritus, I think, and another crevice tool. Fabulous. So far, no dead mice or anything, which is good. Put that box over there, ready to be chucked outside in a minute, although this one is a little bit more disgusting than the other one. Let's just put Victor on the hose, suck anything through that has made its nest in there, and this one has stuff crawling around it, which I don't really want to touch, so we shall have that out as well. Might give these a bit of a wash, I don't know. Look, this one's had its packet nibbled apart. This is the problem with my storage situation. I've lost many packs of bags and stuff to mice. Luckily, nothing too scary. And oh, blimey, look at that. That one's full of soot. And wow, yeah, the mice have been in here for sure. So fair enough, I'm going to cut now, empty these two in the bin, and we'll get rid of the filter that's on this one. And then, well, turn them on, I suppose, and see if they actually run at all. There we go, emptied those into the bin, and I suppose we could give them a dust out. Now that they're a bit emptier. This one's been eaten at the bottom. I mean, mice do go everywhere. I think these chains are actually an earthing strap for them because they sort of roll along the floor and drag. So that's cool. They're empty now. What I think we'll do next is we're going to crack open the worst one, because this is the worst one. I've got a feeling that I think they both work. I'm sure the lady said they did. I think, judging by the state of them, they just stopped sucking up more than anything. But yeah, this one's certainly, oh crikey, the worst one. I think that might be a Torx bit. Might have a mixture with screws, but yeah, this is the worst one. We'll have it open, and that might give us a bit of a clue as to the state of the rest of it. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, but number 5 is some sort of security Torx. How lovely. Now we've got to play find which bit fits the rusty hole. Sure, that's some people's favourite weekend game anyway. I think you'll fit. Yeah, fab. So, let's see what's inside our Einhells. And wow, very simple indeed. Blimey, cheap, 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 cheap. But seems like they're going to work all right. I was also checking it wasn't full of rubbish, so it blew it out. Oh, they were made in April 2016. It's now August 2021 at the time of me filming this, so yeah, fair enough. Let's take off this float valve, because who knows, there might be anything inside of it, especially if there's been mice in and out of it. Crikey. Here is our little tiny fan case with lots of dubious looking water on it. How lovely. So yeah, this is how cheap they are really. This forms part of the fan case. for our little tiny motor. How lovely is that? So I think this one's definitely going to work, and I've sort of got a feeling this one is, but we'll get this one back together and then we'll give this a bit of a clean up. Well, so far with one down, I'm a little bit confident now. I see no reason at all why they shouldn't work. Don't think this one's going to do much even if it turns on though. Oh look, it's the original filter. Wicked. Not been eaten either, which is good. Going to need a wash, but we'll do that when we know that it works. Fair enough. Yeah, little original Einhell filter, part number there. Can't say I'm going to really bother about finding another filter. I don't care that much. I'll give this one a wash, but we'll fit it back on for now. Yeah, thank goodness the mice got the rubbish foam one and not this one. Much better, because yeah, this one at least is fine. Yeah. Oh. Do you know what? I put this base onto the wrong bottom. I want to keep them sorted together because we'll stick with the best one. Second best one I might just bang on Facebook for a £5 to get rid of it, as long as it works, of course. So yeah, we can fit a little tiny connection on that end, but then this end breaks out into a full-on 35mm, which is, you know, quite impressive. Although it doesn't actually fit, it doesn't fit the hose, it doesn't fit the nozzle. We're obviously missing a connecting piece. Oh, well that's not really a shame, is it? I suppose it's not really even worth caring about. We have plenty of random tools somewhere. Could even chop the end off and put on something else. So what we can do now with this one is plug it in. Turn the switch on. And it works. Works all right. I mean, they're loud. These are not refined machines. Look, it's even got a blower port. Not too bad at all. So there's, I'm going to say, the better one. You can tell that already just by the fact that it's not blackened, and hopefully I'm not going to fill my house with yuck, although the bird's out of the room, so if I do, it's not the end of the world. That one smells more carbon. Yeah, this one smells a bit burny. I suppose it's probably not burnt out, but these are cheap, disposable things at the best of times. I think the best thing I can do with this is I might offer it up to somebody on the Auto Shite forum and say, it works, you need to find yourself a hose, does anybody want it? Or it might just go in the bin, because I don't really need to. I mean, I bought to, but I don't need to. But hey, they both work. They both are good in the sense of, you know, they will suck up. But yeah, I think we're going to put that one to one side because it just smells carbony. And as soon as they start smelling carbony, especially cheap rubbish like this, there's no hope at all. I think the best thing I can do is tidy up a bit, and we'll give this one a bit of a clean up. There we go. We'll concentrate on the one that's worth concentrating on. And I'll pop what we're about to use down there. But I have just gone into the shed and went through my box of Dyson rubbish. God, that one's not very tight, is it? we go, and found these. And then I found one of these, which is an older style Dyson 232mm, and it actually wedges in there quite convincingly. God, there's no twisty ends on these. And then yeah, it then fits, well, doesn't fit that, but then that, well, it doesn't fit that actually. Ah, you worked in the shed, that's why I brought you in. It fits that one, it fits this one, and it fits this one. I have to go find just another 32mm dusting brush. Got plenty of those, but yeah, it won't fit these because they're 35mm. So we'll keep those for another day. They may fit other 35mm vacuums in the future. But yeah, for now, what we're going to do is spray this down and give it a wipe, because yeah, I've got to pick this up and put it in the car and whatnot. So as much as we're not going to have an after video on these, if they survive, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably just give them away because I don't really want them. But I certainly don't want to be picking up and having it in my car when it's covered in mouse poo. Let's say what the wattage is. It's 1250 watts. It's actually quite powerful. But again, these are like that Nilfisk that we had a fair while ago now, that I had to put a pneumatic motor in because it blew up its other one. They're just so cheap. The motors in them are you know, as you saw, there's no real metal. The only metal on these is the bin and the armature and the coil, and even then, as little as they can get away with. These are budget things. Oh, that's the top looking a fair bit nice, so I'll leave that on there for now, although after this video I will give it a wash so it can do the best it can. I think these have just been used until they decided to, you know, clog up, and they just bought some new ones, and that's pretty much what these are all about. They are just truly disposable little things. We'll give in here a bit of a wipe out, especially if there's been mice running all inside of it. Got my antibacterial spray, so that should be okay. That's come up quite nice actually. He says, choking to death on the fumes from the spray. Bin's in very good condition, so I doubt these have seen more than an hour of use. They're just in an hour of hard use. Bless them. You know, even the wheels are pretty spotless. Oh, look, there's a sticker. Genuine Einhell spares and accessories. I don't think we'll be caring much about that for these. Crikey, it's very clean. I'll give it that. But yeah, not worth doing anything more than this. I'm not even going to try and fit a HEPA bag because, quite frankly, there's no point. Oh look, all the tools do fit on it. That's cool. Just need to find us a dusting brush, but I won't bother doing that now. And yeah, we're done. We can even wind up the cable and store it, look, on the onboard cord storage hook, which is too small for the cable. Oh dear, oh dear. But yeah, in theory, now we plug her back in, should work. Well, let's say a bit better. We cleaned the filter off before, but we can put on and tool, plug in the hose, and it runs. Doesn't smell of burning carbon dust, which is good. Oh wow, look, I wonder if this is how you store the hose. It's a flipping shame it doesn't swivel. That literally makes it terrible. Yeah, it's sort of got hose storage as well, which isn't too bad. Oh my goodness. So there we go, the Einhell TC-VC1812. Ooh, it's an S. Very fancy indeed. We've got one very good one, and then we've got another one with, yeah, it runs. I'm going to offer it up. Somebody who's coming along on the day can have it and see if they can do anything with it. But I think its life expectancy, we'll give it a bit of a clean since it's going to be sat in the house now. I think its life expectancy can be measured in minutes rather than hours. Who knows, I might just bring it with me, and then if this one blows up, we can use this one, or indeed we could use this one until it blows up. But probably defeats the whole point of trying to get these vehicles clean. Ooh, I think it's been used wet, or it's been used in a damp environment, and all of that stuff drips out of the hose inlet and down the back of the thing. There we go, that's a bit more respectable. At least I can bear to touch it now without catching some sort of disease. Give the cable a wipe out as well. But yeah, my two, I try not to get stuff like this anymore, I won't lie. It's not really worth doing. But are these videos really? Yeah, I doubt you'll see something like this again unless it's much fun or free. I mean, you can't even put the cable anywhere. There's no clip for it. It's just got to sort of sit there like that. They are terrible things. Terrible things. But hey, one can live on again for sure. So, thank you very much for watching. I've got some stuff out the shed at least. And well, possibly not these, we'll see you soon. Bye bye.